This is the Variety Show 2024. I wanted to talk about who is the biblical Antichrist. And there's so many names that have been mentioned for who it is and who fits Scripture the best for who could be the Antichrist. And I just wanted to go over some of the names of the people that are out there on social media that are being talked about who could emerge as this biblical Antichrist. So you got Barack Obama. He's aging. He's getting older now. Probably not him. You got Donald Trump. You know, no indication yet that he's anything like that. You got Elon Musk, who's a very interesting character. He's going to be working closely with Trump, but no evidence that there's anything sinister about him yet. Jared Kushner, President-elect Trump's son-in-law, has been mentioned in the past. Some connections to him that are strange, but no indication of anything yet. He's involved in Israel and the Middle East. You got Pope Francis, who's like the most liberal pope there's ever been, and a lot of Catholics can't stomach him. So there's him, that he could be the last pope or something biblical. You got Vladimir Putin in Russia, who's really is sinister. I mean, look what he did in Ukraine, and he's lasted for over 20 years in Russia. He's still there, so he could be something biblical. You got Emmanuel Macron in France. He's another one that's been mentioned a lot. That there is also some connections to Emmanuel Macron in France. Quite a few videos about him. Justin Trudeau in Canada, but it looks like he's going to be out of power soon. And there's others as well that I can't think of all of them. But there's a lot of people that have been mentioned on YouTube and social media talking about these people, that one of them or somebody else that's not even on the radar could emerge as this Antichrist figure that the Bible mentions, that there's a person that heads a world government. And out of all those names, I don't really know if any of them really stand out to me. Like probably none of them really stand out that much. No one has revealed themselves. No one's done miracles. No one's done anything really supernatural. But you look at the names I mentioned, I don't know if any of them really stand out. I mean, really stand out. Other than maybe Macron in France, a lot of people talk about him because he is globally involved and he's still in power. And there's a lot of things about him. He's also, relatively young, and he's very charismatic, but still not enough evidence to say there's anything that sinister about Emmanuel Macron in France. But he does get a lot of attention. He gets a lot of attention, and he is very, charming. He charms people. He meets with all these world leaders. He tends to be very, very charming. He has a certain look to him, the way that he looks. Elon Musk also is something of the end times, but I don't think he's the Antichrist. But certainly he is something of the end times because of all the things that he's involved in. And he's also very charismatic. And he has a certain way of speaking, a certain look to him as well that's very unique. He's a very unique, interesting individual. But still not enough evidence to say that Elon Musk is that sinister. But it's interesting that he will be part of the Trump government, which I think is remarkable, that Trump is exalting him to a very high position, which I didn't see that coming. And there's other names as well. But I don't know who it is out of all those names, other than the names I mentioned. But I will say this. I know someone should emerge. Something has to give if it's real, because there's never been so many billionaires in the world. We have more billionaires than ever before. That's one thing. And there's never been so many prominent people before at the same time on the planet. So we have these billionaires. We have these political figures. But we have more prominent people than ever. I don't think any generation has seen so many prominent people all at the same time heading governments or being businesses, being super wealthy, one percenter, billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. Bill Gates is another one. He's buying up farmland. He's involved all over the world with his foundation, the Gates Foundation. He's another one. And there's other billionaires. Even Bill Clinton had the global initiative, the Clinton Global Initiative. He had a global organization that did good things, the Clinton Global Initiative. He's been mentioned as well. And Ronald Reagan was mentioned, but he's dead because his name was Ronald Wilson Reagan, which equals three sixes in all three of his names. Remember, the 80s, we had Ronald Wilson Reagan. Mikhail Gorbachev had that strange mark on his head, and he was mentioned, but he's dead. Reagan is dead, Gorbachev is dead, so we know it's not them. Um, so you got a lot of people. You got Gavin Newsom in California. He's the governor of California. If he were to become president, he'd be mentioned because he's done a lot of sinister things for California, most populous state. He's a powerful governor like Gavin Newsom. I mean, it could be anybody, a future president, a future governor. Someone could emerge out of all these. There's never been so many prominent people. That's the thing. We've never had so many prominent Antichrist candidates all on the planet all at the same time, in real time. So those are some of the names mentioned. We just have to see if 2025 will cause this beast or whatever to emerge. You can your comments on this, The Brady Show 2024.